Hi, my name is Tomasz and you're watching Casual DIY channel. In today's video, some basic information on how to use a thickness planer. Check out the video. Thickness planer or thicknesser, depending on where you live, which part of the world, you may have different names for this. However, the whole design of the machine will be very similar between different brands. Mine is Matebo. So how does it actually work and what does it do? Well, thicknesser or thickness planer has got two jobs to do. First of all, it will take your board, it will take your lumber to desired thickness. So if you need to reduce the thickness of your board to fit your project, that is the tool you're going to be using it for. However, this tool is also used to achieve a flat and parallel surface to a board that has been jointed on one face. So if you've got a jointer and you've jointed one face of the board, the other face needs to be sorted on a thicknesser or thickness planer. It will make sure that the other face is parallel, straight and flat to the one that was already jointed. Now, the build of a thickness planer is actually different to a jointer. With a jointer, the cutter head is in the base, in the bottom of the machine where the tables are. With a thickness planer, the blade itself, the head with the blades, is just up above here. Obviously, the machine is switched off electricity. Okay, so as you can see, we've got one roller here at the front, one roller at the back, and in between the rollers, you've got the cutter head with the blades. It's just located over here. So how does it work? Okay, as you are pushing the wood through, the rollers will grab your board and pull it towards the blade, and it will continue to do so until the board is on the other side on the outfeed table. At the front of the machine, there's also this pin. As you can see, it shows you clearly how much material will be taken off each pass, and you've got increments in inches and millimeters. With this tool, a little goes a long way. The less material you remove, the better quality finish you will have on your board. And basically, you know, the wider the board is, the less material you should be taking off at each pass. Also, at the front of the machine, you've got a clear scale here to show you the thickness of your current piece that you are pushing through your thicknesser. And again, in my case, it's in inches and in centimeters. At the top of the tool, or sometimes on the side, you're going to have some sort of a crank lever that will allow you to raise the whole head or lower it down depending on how thick your material is. And it works just like this. And to be honest, that's more or less it when it comes to operating of this tool. So now I'm going to set up the cutter head to the position that will allow me to take a first pass on this board. Okay, so I've got my board here. Remember about the pin that will indicate how much material we're going to be taking at each pass. And I'm just going to lower the whole head of the tool down to the thickness of my board. Okay, we're nearly there, as you can see, and we're just gonna skim the surface to start with. So let's go with just under 1 millimeter. The red indicator has gone up, you can see, just like so. It indicates we are in the right position. Okay, so the machine is now set up to take my board. As mentioned before, the one face of this board is flat and even. I've jointed it on my jointer, and that's the face I'm going to reference on the table of my thickness planer. Okay, it's very important to actually have one flat and straight face to get the best results. If, for example, your board had some coping in it, okay, the rollers will actually push on your board so hard that in a way it will flatten the board a little bit, and by going through the blades at the end you will still have a board that has got that cope. This tool will not remove any twists in the boards, it will not remove any coping that's already in the board. To remove those, you really need a jointer to do that. Before I'm going to actually turn on the machine, few safety tips when operating this machine, okay? Sometimes it may happen that the board gets stuck inside of your planer. Do not ever try to push that board with your hand, as the blades are spinning at massive speed and you're just asking for trouble, asking for an injury. If the material gets stuck underneath the cutting head, you can push it with a push stick or with another piece of wood. Never use your hands. This tool will also produce a lot of noise and a lot of dust. Make sure you wear some hearing protection and you've got some sort of a dust extraction as well. You repeat the process of lowering the whole cutting head down until you are either at the thickness of the board you want, or your face of the board is now nice, flat and even. My board is still not perfect. I've got a low spot here and a low spot just in the corner, so I'm going to give it a few more passes. So using this tool is really simple. You just have to remember about those couple of things I mentioned in this video. Quite often what tends to happen with these types of tools, as you are working your boards through, you will notice that it may produce a snipe on your board. So what is a snipe? At the start of your board or at the end, or sometimes both, you will have a deeper mark from the blade itself of the tool. And that is a very often problem with these type of tools. Now on my board, I've got absolutely no snipe, as I was doing really shallow passes at each time. So a tip for you guys to remove the snipe from your work or get it to a minimal state. Just try to do really shallow passes each time you do that. The snipe actually happens as you are putting the wood through and the roller, the front roller, catches the board, and at that stage it may be on an awkward position to the blade itself and it's creating the snipe. And in the similar way, as the board is going through the thicknesser and it's coming outside, the board is not supported by the front roller anymore and it's coming only in touch with the back roller, and again it can lift or shift the board a little bit, causing this snipe, causing the blade of the thickness planer to dig a little bit deeper in your board. Now there are actually few methods of removing that issue. As I mentioned before, trying to do really shallow passes. Secondly, sometimes a larger base, a larger table will sort that out for you as well, as these are quite often foldable and you can adjust the height of them, and sometimes that could be an issue, not getting them right correctly. The tables that are on the either side, at the front and at the back of the machine, so that could be an issue sometimes as well. However, if you want me to test a few things for you, if you want to see more information about how to remove snipe, let me know down below in the comments, and if there will be enough of you there, I will produce a separate video talking about snipe and all the best ways you can actually remove it or get it to a minimal state. However, that's all the information I've got for you. That's all the basics I wanted to cover about this machine. If you enjoyed it, drop me that like button down below. And this is a second step of getting rough lumber to a ready board that you can use it for a project. So the first step is a jointer, and I've got a video on that as well. I'm going to leave a link to that video down below in the description of this video, so you can go and have a look. However, I will be making a separate video of how to get a rough sawn timber to a ready board for a project. So if you don't want to miss all that content, make sure to subscribe to my channel. However, for today guys, that's it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Take care.